Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my garden out here in Central Texas, just north of Austin. I'm in zone 9A. All of the leaves are starting to fall out here in the garden, and I always love to use these in the garden. And there's really three main reasons why. Number one, it provides nutrient rich organic matter for your garden, and it reduces the need for fertilizer bought from the store. So mulch from the leaves of your trees is excellent. So think of like a forest and the forest floor. You know that no one comes in and fertilizes the forest floor, yet you have all of this huge growth on these trees and they thrive there. Well, why wouldn't we want to put that in our own garden? We do. So use these trees that you have, all of the leaves that fall down, and use that as free mulch for your garden. That's the first reason you want to mulch. The second reason is it actually helps to keep moisture in the beds, in your flower beds, in your garden beds, and it protects the roots of the plants that you have growing. So when you put all that mulch in there, it holds and it retains water, and then it protects them. So that's another reason. The third reason you want to mulch your leaves from your yard and not just throw them out on the curb in bags is that it actually helps weeds suppress. So it chokes them out. So you want to keep your beds mulched over the winter to suppress all the weeds in your garden. So today we're actually going to get out here and start getting all these leaves up. The sycamore has lost its leaves. Red oak hasn't yet, but our two pecan trees have lost leaves. And so the goal is today is just to get these leaves all raked up and mulched. And the way we do that is we kind of rake it into smaller piles, and then we use our Honda mower and go over it and make the leaves into smaller pieces, because like our sycamore leaves are like this big. So you want them into real tiny pieces so they can break down really well in your garden. And then once we get it all broke down, we put them into all the beds, and then I just lightly go over with water just to like press them down, soak them in. That way, if you know it's pretty windy today, that way the wind doesn't like blow them up everywhere. So anyways, we're gonna hop to it and get going on that. We got a couple piles all raked up here. Let me show you what we got. So we've got this whole pile here, and then this whole pile here. And it didn't take long at all. And I wanted to show you, we actually did this about maybe a month ago because we had a leaf drop then too. And look at how much this has already broken down. And look, it's like already turning into soil. Isn't that awesome? And that is why you want to do this, because in it, and look at the soil here, how moist that is from having that coverage on it. And that is why this is garden gold. So I'm gonna, please excuse my allergies. Cedar is really high here and I'm allergic to it. So you'll hear me sniffling this whole time. Anyways, I'm gonna try and get this top layer of sycamore leaves that fell in this bed up. That way we can mulch them down further, because they don't break down as good unless you get them really small like that. So I'm gonna try and rake those off the top without messing up the stuff we already did. So here we go. I had to go pick up my smaller rake. I like this little one to use to get in between like all of the, little tree areas, because it's so hard to get them with that big rake. But I do love that big rake. You can see how quick, it makes quick work of getting leaves up. But this little one is great for getting into the tight spots. And I thought I would just explain real quick. I was thinking about when I said I'm allergic to cedar, that some of you probably don't even know what that really means. When you live here in Central Texas, because you just know. The cedar trees are prolific here, and when it's cedar season, it's usually the end of December, 1st of January, so pretty much all the way into mid-February. Anyways, those cedar trees have these little berries on them and they explode, and it almost looks like they're on fire with smoke, and that pollen just permeates our entire area. Anyways, I'm super allergic. I had to go to the allergist and get injections for 5 years to get my cedar allergy to be like calm, because I would get sick every time this year. Anyways, I just thought I'd expand on that and tell you a little bit about those cedar trees. They are not my favorite. And I know some people love them, but I can never have those in my yard. It's bad enough just having them all around here. Anyways, back to the raking. Okay, you guys, I got everything raked up that I'm gonna do for now. It's kind of like shoveling snow in the winter, like, and it's snowing outside. That's how it is right now with the leaves. You can see here that the sycamore tree, it still has some to lose, and that's a lot of leaves. So no matter how much I do, there's still gonna be some fall down, but this will be a great start to getting all these beds mulched up. So we're gonna bring the mower out now and start making these into tiny leaves, tiny little bits of mulch. That free garden gold, yay! Okay, you guys, we got that all finished up and it is looking really good. Let's get a recap. So, all cleaned up over here. And my husband wanted to, he said I should tell you guys that this steel leaf mulcher, I don't know if you saw me earlier, but when I was raking up the leaves, there was a bunch of golf balls everywhere. And he said that this works good because if it tries to suck up a golf ball, it can't because it's too heavy. So for all you golfers out there, just a little tidbit to note. Anyways, got that bed done. And I don't know if you saw, but it barely filled up just right here. Just all those leaves that we did just did that little section. So that's why you don't want to get rid of any of your leaves and throw them out on the curb for the city to take. You should use them here because we still have more to go and plenty more to fill up. But looking much better over here. I always love a good cleanup. So now we're going to go over to the other side of the yard. It actually needs to be done too. So let me flip you around and show you. So this is behind the pool, and these leaves we're actually just going to leave in here because they fell down right here into this bed. And then I had blown a lot of these into this future bed that we're doing here. But we're not going to mess with these today. The main thing is just getting everything off of the grass. So we're going to come over here and do this. I had actually raked this pile, but that is too tall. So I'm just going to kind of put it back to where it was, and then John can start mowing all these leaves up. So this other side of the yard that we're going to do, actually, these leaves are not really even from our tree. Let me flip this around. So see our neighbor's tree right there, that red oak they have? Most of these leaves on this side are from their yard, but you know what? We'll take some free leaves. We don't mind. We can use them in the flower bed. So we'll get all of these raked up and be good to go. Well, guys, we just about finished that up. Everything is looking really good. Everything's cleaned up. Looks so much better without all those cluttery leaves. Here's the side yard, looking good. Got all of the leaves put over here in this bed. I mean, we've pretty much just spread them out all over. But yeah, that looks so much better. And I mean, now we have all of that great mulch for our beds. And so we wasted no leaves. We didn't put them out on the curb. We didn't give them to the city to go dump in the landfill. And now we have them in our garden, and they're going to enrich our soil, enrich our garden beds, enrich our plant beds. And then we'll be ready come spring when we're ready to plant, and it'll have all broken down into that great mulch for our beds. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I hope you have time to get out in your garden. Have a good evening. Bye.